Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. All right, shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000. All right, I'm the brother Dama Gabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, this is going to be a quick lesson, through the spirit, dealing with the situation that you see here on the screen, which we've been warning and telling you, you Jakes, and basically the whole world that, there was going to be another lockdown on the way. And what you're going to see in this video, and this is from the page Jason A, fair use, fair use. I'm not using this to make any money. It's not monetized. I'm just using this for educational purposes, to, further show you the agenda of these elites, man. All right. And like, this is why you got to pay attention to what these devils say and what comes out of their mouths. And there's been numerous videos of Kill Gates and Fauci and, the ones that have, the experts that have been in charge of dealing with these particular situations that told you that there will be another lockdown. There will be another P, and recently you're going to have, you had particular people telling you that, right before the President Trump is inaugurated, you're going to have another one of these situations going on. Now, one of the things you have to ask yourself is why are they so boldly proclaiming and so boldly telling you that, as of the 21st of January, expect another one of these things. Now, I'm not going to, blatantly just come out and say why, but, this is a thing that is called the revelation of the method. All right. And this is something that these, devils are basically trying to bring forth their own self-fulfilling prophecies. And we know that as part of the method of the devil is that he has to tell you what he's going to do before he does it. And, they'll come out and tell you these things. And this is why you see so many things happening all over the world. This is why you're constantly being bombarded with these terrible news headlines. Like recently, you just had that Korean Boeing jet that just crashed and killed a bunch of people. All right. Now people are thinking about that. You just had President Carter. He just dropped dead. So, they're constantly going to keep things going on in the news to constantly keep you distracted, to constantly keeping you, they're constantly keeping you in the state of just being overwhelmed. One day is this, and then the next day is that, and the next day is going to be this. So you're going to continuously see all type of crazy events happening to constantly try to keep you on a short memory, So as soon as you hear about one thing, they're going to bring another thing and then another thing and then another thing, hoping that, when they told you about, when Trump gets into office, that there's going to be another situation or another reason for them to bring a lockdown, another new pandemic, that you'll forget about that because they know the average person has the attention span of a goldfish and and the memory span of damn Dory from fucking Nemo, man. These people, they're constantly being bombarded with news and information that it's hard for them to keep up of the things that happened the day before. You see, and this is another thing that they're putting in the news, but they're hoping that you people have a very short attention span, that you forget about it. And then when this thing does happen, it just catches you off guard and unaware. And, you are, put in a position to where you're going to be trusting the experts and be in a situation that you were in a couple of years ago. You see, but even Bill Gates he said, I believe the next pandemic is going to get everybody's attention. Now, you take that, whatever you want to take from it. But, I think I pretty much know what it means. I think, this time, well, not that I think, but I know this time, whatever they're going to release out here, it's going to stick and it's going to hit and it's going to hit hard, man. And the purpose of this is to bring further fear, all right, upon you people to where, if it could bring enough fear and death and have the proper effects, a lot of you people are going to be, to where you're going to be deceived into believing that this is for, what they're going to offer you when these things happen. This time is going to be to save you because it's going to be so devastating that, they're going to have to, come with the proper, take the proper precautions and give you the things that are needed to end it. And this is going to allow them to give that particular 3-letter organization the power that they've been craving and the power that they've been wanting to have over these type of situations, ultimately to bring in this NWO, man. So this is nothing more than, this devil working devilishly. All right. And this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. And this is nothing more than the devices and the working of Satan, man. And this devil, everything that you're going to hear in this video, what he's saying this thing is doing, don't think that they don't have the ability to make these things do this. You see, this is why you got, what's that guy's name, man? That Senator Ron Paul, why he's going so hard on Dr. Fauci and trying to get him arrested and trying to come up against the individuals that were responsible for the last thing. You see, and I'm, this is not medical advice. I'm just, telling you the facts that are being presented is that the things that they're saying this new sickness is doing, we know they have the technology and the wherewithal to make these things act in such a way, to be more dangerous, to be more effective, to be more contagious. So it's some of the reasons why they're able to boldly come out and tell you that these things are going to do what they suspect these things are going to do, man. It's all sorcery and witchcraft, and it's all means to deceive you people and to, use this particular situations to accomplish many, many things that's on their agenda. We know part of it is to depop a lot of you people. We know that a lot of you people have been weakened and have been put in a position to where when this thing does hit, you've allowed this devil to put you in a situation to where you're totally going to be open, and your defense against this has been taken away to where if it does cling hold onto you, man, hey, it's going to bum rush. It's going to knock you completely your dick in the dirt, if you understand what I'm trying to say, man. So, hey, man, at the end of the day, can't be ignorant. We know what this devil is doing. We know that they've been doing this before, and you've been hearing a lot of talk, if you've been paying attention, about what Kill Gates has been doing with his mosquitoes and what they've been planning to do with the air and releasing particular things to, get particular things out there, man. So, hey, man, like we've been telling you, it's an all-out assault. It's an all-out war, and 2025 is going to be one hell of a year, man. And we know that these devils are not going to quit. Them bringing this is still part of the agenda, and now they're about to come with it full force, especially that so-called Trump is in office. So I'm going to play about 2 minutes of this clip. I got another precept, and I'm going to close it out, man. But this is just more warning and more of us, blowing the trumpet, letting you Jakes know, man, what's on the horizon. And this is why you need to repent, get yourself right with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because, hey, man, like we tell you in Revelations 12:12, this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath because he knows but he have but a short time. So I'm going to play this clip. Salakia. All right, Salakia. So let me play this clip. Again, fair use. I'm not monetizing off of this video. I'm just using it for educational purposes. So here we go.
Lead to another pandemic. Russia's Ministry of Defense has released a statement revealing the murky activities of the United States military. The ministry says that Washington's Office of Pandemic Preparedness and Response Policy searches for virus mutations to then use them to further its own interests.
As in 2019, the United States began preparing for a new pandemic by searching for virus mutations.
Could make look like a little pandemic, which was quite alarming. I mean, is that really the case?
Yes, Brian, I really do think it's very likely that we will at some time, it's not a question of if, it's more of a question of when, we will have a bird flu pandemic. As you mentioned, unfortunately, bird flu has, when it does enter humans, has a significant mortality, probably somewhere between 25 and 50% mortality. So it's going to be quite complicated. Once the virus gains the ability to attach to the human receptor and then go human to human, that's when you're going to have the pandemic. And as I said, I think it's just a matter of time.
the virus may mutate and become more easily transmitted person to person. So the more this virus circulates, and specifically co-circulates with human strains, that's going to increase the odds of the virus evolving to more human-to-human transmission. And that of course, could signal another pandemic.
Joining us now is Dr. Deborah Birx. You may remember her as the response coordinator for the White House Coronavirus Task Force. And
you see, you have to remember all these people they're putting in front of you, all these so-called experts, man, they're all in on it. All right. All right. They're not who they appear to be, man. They're all working for the powers that be. And they're going to tell you exactly they're telling you exactly, what they're being told to say. And, it's nothing new under the sun, man. These people are all demons. They're all devils. They're all sorceresses and warlocks and witches for these elites, man. And they're the so-called experts. OK, so, like I said, you can't be ignorant of Satan devices, man. Hey, that's why, like that guy was saying, it's not a matter of if, just a matter of when, because they know that this is part of their plans, man. And everything, like I said, that they're saying that these things can do. How do you think they know that? How do you think they know, oh, when it mutates and it does this and it does that? You don't think that they've been studying and researching? And like I said, we know what Dr. Fauci was up to. We know what all these other labs that they got in Ukraine and in China, what those things are doing. Why do you think they have a CDC, a Center for Disease Control? All right. You change that last C for creation. I just put it that way. All right. And look at this woman. She just looks soulless. She just looks like a puppet, like a pawn, and just like a empty vessel, man. Just doing the bidding of Satan, man. So there we go.
First Trump administration. We are very fortunate to have your expertise as we try to figure out what's going on with the bird flu and what it could mean. So far, 65 human cases of bird flu have been reported in the U.S. this year, all contracted by animals. But now we have this new mutation in Louisiana. How worried should we be about bird flu potentially becoming another pandemic?
Well, I love the way you said 63 cases, because I have no idea how many cases there were or are, because our number one principle in preventing pandemics is detect. And if you go to the CDC website, you can see that they're monitoring more than 10,000 exposures, but they've only tested 530. What does that mean? That means we're not testing enough. And we know from other viruses that a lot of the spread can be asymptomatic. So we're kind of have our head in the sand about how widespread this is from the zoonotic standpoint, from the animal to human standpoint. Now, also remember, most of those cases described to date happened in the spring and the summer. Not when we had H1N1 circulating right now, when we're running the flu pandemic with throughout the United States. So we have rising flu cases, and now we have still zoonotic events coming. So now you've set up for potentially a farm worker getting H5N1, also getting the current flu strain, and reassorting in that individual. To me, that's almost a bigger threat to these mutations happening in individuals over time.
When you say reassorting in that person, what does that mean?
Okay, so the H5 virus, which doesn't adapt too well to our upper respiratory tract and is preventing us from getting infected, but is infecting cows and pigs and cats and dogs. So our flu, which has the binding sites for us, for our nasal passages. Viruses are very specific, and so they're very animal or human specific. Now we have human flu circulating. At the same time, we have this zoonotic flu circulating.
We do not exclude the use by...
Yeah. So you see where everything's is going, and now they're telling you, oh, it's going to be this whole situation where you got the human regular flu now with this and this, all this just confusion, man. But it's all being used to further, create this sense of fear and, uncertainty, man. And these devils are going to use this to ultimately to try to get the end results that they, ultimately want, which is to lock everything down, man. And to have a reason for people to panic and to fear and to hoping that people rebel and people buck up so they can bring in martial law. It's a multifaceted agenda, man, and they're just using all these different situations in order to get the desired results. But like we've been telling you, and we warned you that, hey, now we can see another lockdown coming, and they said specifically around January 21st, right around Trump's inauguration, be prepared to see more and more cases magically pop up in more states declaring national emergencies and more people getting it. And, the whole, a whole rerun of what we saw in 2020, where the hospitals are over or the hospitals are overflowing. There's so many patients. They can't deal with everybody. There's no more beds, yada, 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 and they might see another rerun of what we saw, man. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is more of that revelation of the method. And this is why, we got to be dialed in more than ever, prayed up more than ever, because this devil, man, is, like I said, he's about to come with that great wrath. So this is Psalms 140 and 4. It says, keep me, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have pursued to overthrow my goings. It says, the proud have hid a snare for me, and in cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. Salah. And remember, this is, like I said, this goes as far as them spraying shit in the air using these mosquitoes. These are all traps and snares, and the violent man trying to, hoping that he can get whoever he can get from these devices that they're out there executing, man. See, this is why we got to pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for immunity, to be delivered, to be saved from the attempts and the wiles of this damn devil, man. All right. It says, I said unto Yahweh, thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord. O Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the strength of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. And remember, this is a spiritual war, but it's also a physical war that this devil is waging on each and every one of us, man. Not only are they spraying shit in the air, they're putting it in the food and the water, the chemicals and all these different, the chemicals they're putting in all these foods. Now they've been injecting, pork with that shit, which, I'm not going to go too deep into, which is another reason why you shouldn't be eating pork. But I mean, at the same time, they're putting it in everything else. I think now is just more legitimate that they're, pumping the pork full of that shit that shall not be named, man. And like I said, and now they're looking to spray it in the water. We know that they're able to put it in mosquitoes, man. It's just a constant war being waged on us by these damn devils, man. And we need the coverage and the protection of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 8, grant not, O Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. Salah, right? And part of this whole situation that we're talking about, that's part of him trying to exalt himself. Because if he could, scare enough people, get enough people, hit with this shit, and everybody is believing it and falling for the hype, and everybody ultimately, allows that 3-letter organization to get in control of these situations and do what they want to do, man. Hey, it's just going to add more and more to their pride, and they're going to exalt themselves, and they're going to, get more prideful, man. So we're praying that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord is going to destroy this devil, and he's going to foil his plans. But in between time, we want to be covered and protected from everything and every attack that this devil is bringing down. It says, as for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again. And that's not talking about they're going to burn in hell forever. That's talking about the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with these thermonuclear missiles that's going to burn, that's going to destroy Esau's rulership in his kingdom and his army and his power structure. It says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. I know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor, which is the elect, man. All right. This is why we got to continuously cry out and call to the Most High that he ends this guy, man. That he intervenes, that he breaks out his teeth, that he let not, this agenda or the crowning of his enterprise come to success. It says, surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name. The upright shall dwell in thy presence. All right. So Hey man, just wanted to do this quick lesson. Like I said, hey, January is a couple days away, man, and be prepared for things to get worse and not get better, man. Remember, they're going forward with this agenda. They're looking to bring in another lockdown, and this new thing that they're saying is going to come. Hey man, we got to stay prayed up. Be on top of our health as best as possible, man. Stay away from crowded places. Stay away from, places where a lot of people are gathering, because you never know what they're releasing over those crowds and, whatever these people might have, man. So let's just stay prayed up, man. Pray that the Lord, protects us, our wives, our children, one another, man. And that we, continue to, be delivered from all this shit, because it's about to get crazy out here, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.